friend?
Sure. My name is Brian Pruitt. I'm running for the Senate seat being vacated by Senator Pat Roberts. I'm a lifelong Kansan. I have roots in Greeley County, where my family, my uncle now farms a fourth-generation family farm right on the western edge of Kansas. I was born and raised in Wichita, and went away to school and have had kind of a career in politics, and I'm taking this opportunity to move back home and run for office and really give the voters of Kansas a chance to vote for a dynamic, fresh new voice for conservatism in Kansas.
So why run for office?
Sure.
Because I'll tell you,
Well,
it's a mess out there.
It's hard. It's hard, but running for office is an act of hope. It's that you believe in not only the voters of Kansas, but in democracy and our Constitution and conservatism.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in the old phrase, the best government is the government that governs least. And so I'm a constitutional conservative that believes in small government, strong defense, and making sure that we don't take any more than what's absolutely necessary out of people's pocketbooks.
So what do you think is some of the big problems that Kansas has,
Sure.
from your perspective?
I think one of the biggest things, especially because we're doing this interview at the Kansas State Fair, is really talking to voters, talking to farmers and ranchers about what agricultural priorities are in a post-Farm Bill world.
Yeah.
The last couple of years have been completely focused on getting that Farm Bill passed.
Yeah.
But now what we need to figure out as a community, as a state, not only of people that are, potentially in the farm finance business, each
Yeah.
aspect of farming and ranching is what went right with the Farm Bill, but also what needs to be done incrementally in Congress over the next couple of years
Yeah.
to improve on it.
Yeah. Now, what do you think can be improved on all that from
Sure.
your perspective?
First and foremost, what I'm hearing out and about on the campaign trail is these tariffs are really hurting
Yeah.
Kansas farmers and ranchers. And while I support the president's re-election, I hope if I get elected that I can be one of the strongest voices in trying to convince him to rethink the
Yeah.
tariffs, because what we're hearing is that the agriculture community is on a precipice.
Yeah.
And if something doesn't change fast, we're going to lose a lot of family farmers and
Yeah.
ranchers.
Now, setting up this campaign and getting this off and running and basically showing up here at the state fair,
Yeah.
what's all involved with that?
Sure. Well, we've set up our headquarters in Manhattan.
Okay.
Like I said, I originally grew up in Wichita, Kansas, but my family has migrated
Yeah.
up to the Manhattan area. My sister serves the military community in Fort Riley. My mom followed the grandkids, and so I feel like, and I've kind of fallen in love with Manhattan as a
Yeah.
town. It not only gives us the ability to be in a mid-sized city, but also access the important first district.
Yep.
That's going to be critical for winning a primary, but a short drive both to the two big population centers.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, I believe, the perfect place to headquarter a campaign. Now, in terms of timeline, what we're doing is spending the first 3 months. We launched on August 4th, exactly 1 year before the primary.
Yeah.
We're spending the first 3 months doing some fundraising, but more importantly, introducing ourselves to the state. My history is different. It's in conservative politics at the national
Yeah.
level. So I have a lot of work to do in introducing myself.
Yeah.
People may have seen me on TV or something like
Yeah.
that, but they don't know
You want to
me.
get out there and actually
Yeah,
meet people.
Absolutely, and that's what we're doing. Our strategy is both to have the best of breed digital program, digital campaign,
Yeah.
but also one of our number one priorities is to have a meet every voter attitude.
That's awesome. That's fantastic, because there's a lot of folks that are going to be running that are not going to have that attitude.
Yeah, well, that's our attitude. That's why we're here at the
So-
Veterans Breakfast. That's why we were here over the weekend at the fair to meet real Kansans, people
Yeah.
that are having a great time. Obviously the fair is the biggest gathering of Kansans in the entire year, so we
Yeah.
are definitely happy to be here.
So, if people want to get more information on you or contribute to the campaign or however, how do they do that through social media and websites
absolutely.
and everything?
On both Facebook and Twitter, we're at Pruitt for Kansas, and it's a number 4, not F-O-R, Pruitt, P-R-U-I-T-T, for Kansas, and that's on both social medias, and then on our website is www.pruittforkansas.com. There's a donate button. Every dollar counts.
Fantastic. Now, moving forward, what are you planning on doing your first day if elected?
Well, first we're going to advocate for Kansans. You know, the three-legged stool of our campaign is 1, secure the party's future. What does that mean for us? That means that the Republican Party can't continue to only look like old white guys. I believe even older constituents, older voters want to invest in the future. They want a Republican Party that can survive and thrive in an environment that all we're seeing is liberal Democrats sort of attack conservatives and say that we're completely out of touch with modern America. That's not the case. There are a lot of younger conservative voices that want to represent a dynamic, changing, absolutely diverse Republican Party. But at the same time, we stick to our core values. So that's the first leg of our stool.
Okay.
The second one is save the Senate. If Kansas nominates an unelectable Republican for the general, the conservative majority could be at risk. That was true when we first launched in August, but it's even more true now that the Senate situation has become dynamic in Georgia, where not only do they have one Senate seat up, one Republican Senate seat, but now with Senator Isaacson's retirement, 2 Senate seats. So there are going to be resources that are going to need to be deployed throughout the nation. You know, especially our next door in Colorado, where Cory Gardner's going to need help. We want to make sure that we're the candidate that can make this an easy win in November, as opposed to nominating someone that has potentially, you know, the chance to actually lose the race to a Democrat. You know, we saw that happen, you know, in 2018 in the governor's race, and I don't think Kansas Republicans want to repeat that.
So, a three-legged stool. Why the three-legged stool instead of four-legged stool approach? I'm an idiot, so I just...
No, not at all. So our third big issue, and it is core to my conservatism. Is the third leg of the stool is returning Congress to its appropriate role in our government, in our system of government.
That's awesome.
Too many issues of the day are being decided by 9 justices on the Supreme Court, or no matter what party, by executive action, whether it's Democrats or Republicans. What 9 unelected judges or executive actions do is they short-circuit the legislative process, whereby the people's elected representatives debate and decide the issues of the day. And that's how we move forward. That's what was meant when the Constitution, you know, was written, with the Congress being the first among equal branches. And so that is the third leg of our stool, is to, that first day that you asked, is to find allies in the Senate that will reassert Congress's appropriate role in our system of government.
That's awesome. Well, I wish you luck, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Because you present yourself well, and you're professional, and you make it work.
We will see you on the campaign trail.
Definitely.
We're going to be going to a lot of different places. I think you're going to see, you know, our first 3 months is introducing ourselves to the state, and as our next 3 months, the second quarter, kind of flowing into the first of the year, we're going to begin deploying our issue-specific policy positions.
Fantastic.
Things that are issues of the day. We're going to have a detailed position on immigration, on healthcare. I'm pro-life.
Awesome.
You know, but we're also going to be talking about issues that are important to me, that I think make a well-rounded senator. Things like electoral reform and other issues. So it's going to be an exciting 6 months as we sort of get ourselves introduced, and then roll out our policy positions and give Kansans a real alternative, a real choice next August.
Fantastic. Well, as things move and groove and everything, let me know, and I definitely want to get some updates, my friend.
Please.
So
We're
thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Before we let you go, mention the website and everything one more time.
Pruitt for the number 4, Pruitt, PruittForKansas.com, and at Pruitt for Kansas on Facebook and Twitter.
Fantastic. Amazing.